Hello. I'm only 10 minutes late, which is a miracle. It is hard to set up streams. I'm new, it's fine. So, today, got this poster, which finally has a home. Pretty sure the mic's working. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, this poster finally has a home. I started it ages ago, and now I have a gig for it, so let's get the details up and finish this poster. How's everyone doing today? I'm feeling some melancholy. Melancholia? Don't know. I'm feeling somewhat melancholy. Yeah, dwelling on the past. I wouldn't advise it. But I had a decent morning. Woke up early. And went to the studio and played some drums. And then came home and had a run. And then, obviously, started setting up this stream, and it took longer than it was supposed to. But I think I've got it now. Pretty sure I've got it now. Just looking for my document. Cool, got it. Right. Now, I think I need to add some orbs because, yes, these are orbs. But what do they look like in white? Oh, I don't hate it. I like both. I think I prefer the black. So I'm going to do some little white orbs around the front. It's been a while since I've opened this file. I think I'll just do a new layer. Let's keep it safe. And I'm just going to do some circles. Okay, could have probably thought that one through. But yeah. I hope you all had a good week. Not sure what I've done this week, actually. Did manage to get to training once, at least. Which is good. But needs to be happening a lot more regularly. Fortunately, I live in the middle of nowhere and it's quite hard sometimes to get anywhere. I did manage to get a couple of drives in. I'm learning how to drive, which I probably should have done many years ago, but I lived in town and really there's no need. You're way too big, aren't you? Just walked everywhere. If I had too much to carry, I'd go on taxi. Simpler life. But it's lovely here. It's the nicest living situation I've been in for many years. And you get to like hear the deer around the back of the house, and there were pheasants in the garden today, and there's always little birds and squirrels, foxes, badgers. They're great. So I'd like a small one here, even smaller. Oh, that's going to be too small to drag. Come on then. I'm just using my mouse and keyboard for now, but I may do some dot work with the intro soon. Oh, I started a new band. That's what I did this week. And we got a song finished in the first rehearsal, which is always a good sign. So that's just awesome. Do I like this? Not sure. Maybe just coming up from the corners. Let's do 5. Yep. It'll do. Let me know if you're doing anything. If you're drawing along. Or just sitting in bed, relaxing. And like, what device are you on? I feel like people use their phones. I feel like everyone uses their phones. I don't think I could watch a YouTube video on my phone. And there's the new battle between ad blockers and YouTube, which is fun. It's just a little detail. It probably doesn't matter. Okay, now I need to find where things are. Right, detail is this one. So let's just... see if we can do the dot work on this. I'll turn the texture off. And yeah, this will be interesting. How small does it go? Oh, that's not small enough, is it? Does it go smaller now? Nope. That's the wrong tool. Not sure. How small do you go? The same, right. Well, I remembered how to do it last time, but can't remember this time. Well, you don't want to watch me struggling to remember how to use the brush tool. Yeah, I definitely did some dots. Okay, those are some small ass dots, which is perfect. Let's chuck some in. That's probably too small. Does everyone have a plan for the week? I don't think I do this week. Just normal daily routine and some a bit of what have I got? Going to redesign a logo. Systemose. Which would be lovely. And going to the gym tomorrow. So last week I got my personal best. I was going for 140 kilograms deadlift, and I got 150, which surprised me. Which was, yeah, oh God, it felt so good. Very new to the gym, so I don't really. That's the sort of first achievement I've experienced. Finding like my max deadlift. Go away. How's that look with the texture? Yeah, I mean, you can barely tell it's there, but that's fine. Yeah, so this week, I suppose the real deadlift training starts. If before I was sort of trying to find my maximum, now I know my maximum, it's time to sort of work towards the next, well, I guess would be 160 kilos, which won't be for 6 weeks, I think. So it's just doing reps until then to get stronger. As far as I'm aware. Find out tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that's the plan. I started going to the gym. I got a lower back. I don't know why that's not going there. Well, it is now. Got a lower back injury. I don't know if that's the right word. I've had lower back pain for a long time. And I've seen many physios, and eventually one told me start deadlifting. And a friend of mine I know from music and elsewhere, actually, I mean, he went to my school, but he was a couple of years below me, in my sister's year, I think. He goes to the gym, so I asked him if he could help me out, and he was more than happy to, and is incredibly helpful and supportive, a great coach. And he lives not too far from me, so I get a lift, which is handy because otherwise it'd be very hard to maintain any consistency. I'm only going once a week, which is, to be honest, enough with all the other stuff I have on. And hopefully enough to progress. If it's not, then I'll go more. But yeah, so not only has he helped my lower back pain with these deadlifts, he's like pretty much doubled my strength in just like, whoa, that's a big circle, in just a few months, really. Well, less than that. I mean, a few sessions, just I don't know, 8 sessions maybe. Just amazing. I would say my lower back pain is about 70% of what it was. But yeah. Yeah, the physio told me to deadlift, started deadlifting. I actually went to the gym twice last week. But didn't deadlift both times. Because that would have been crazy. Hopefully, that back pain will just be a thing of the past in a few months. I did squats the week before that, and I couldn't walk for 2 days. But I did squats on Wednesday, the second time I went to the gym last week, and it was absolutely fine. I was fine the next day. I think it was a bit of a shock on my legs. I don't know what's happening here. I kind of like that. Yeah, I want to get back to training jiu-jitsu regularly. I'm still doing it, once a week, but really I like 3 times a week. That's 1 time a week is sort of, it was nowhere near enough to progress. It's barely enough for maintenance, really. I would say 2 is a good maintenance, and 3 really helps you progress. You can progress on 2, definitely. When I train 3 times a week, I just feel so much better. It's so much fitter. My cardio is so much better. I feel much more confident when I'm rolling. Confident in like my cardio, confident in my timing, confident in my game, which is somewhere between squishing and legs, with a bit of horrible catch wrestling thrown in. Because, yeah, it's great. Do try and wrestle as much as possible as well, starting standing, because I worked guard for ages because my back, and I wanted to get better at guard, obviously. I'm fairly proud of my open guard. moment. But I've been working on wrestling for a few months, but just not going enough. Not training enough. Finding the time and being able to get to town. There's no public transport here, so it's pretty tricky. Sometimes I'm just exhausted, and that extra like hour of travel is just brutal. Don't get home till super late. Also, by 3 sessions, I just really mean like one session and one double session with like a decent 45 minutes of rolling after. It doesn't have to be 3 days. 2 days, 3 sessions. So you do like a couple of rolls after class. And then usually there's an open mat after that. Just most classes. If any of you are thinking about taking up a martial art, or specifically jiu-jitsu, go for it. Countless amounts of times I have just wished I started when I was younger. I have done martial arts most of my life, but not jiu-jitsu. And jiu-jitsu is infinitely more fun. I sort of wanted to go back to kickboxing or something, maybe start some Muay Thai, but I just feel too old to be getting kicked in the head, and I know everyone's nice and no one's gonna kick you in the head hard, but it's, I don't know, there's something about wrestling that it's very appealing to me. I still love striking. I borrowed a heavy bag over the summer and used that as my regular heavy workouts, getting about 60 minutes of peak cardio. Peak, or I don't know, fat burn cardio. Over 120-ish beats per minute. I think 128 or something. I don't know, Fitbit nonsense, really nice. And I love sparring, to be honest. I love sparring with punches. There used to be a Muay Thai class right after Jiu-Jitsu in the same room. Some Muay Thai guys used to run a class from our gym, and I always thought the guys that did both were just savages. Joe Willett, I just couldn't believe he would have the energy, but I'd not long started jiu-jitsu, and I know how to manage my cardio way better than I did then. And I wish they still run a class out of there, because I would absolutely go. Getting to Hastings another night a week? Impossible. Maybe when I move back. Or just spar with some friends. Whoever's up for it. See, you'd think like jiu-jitsu's easier on the body, because you're not taking like constant impact from strikes. But God, it hurts. In a good way, though. Like, you get really good muscle soreness from it. From like a heavy, like an hour-long open mat, you'll get decent muscle soreness the next day. Not always. Depends on what pace you roll and how much effort you're putting in and how much you're pushing yourself, really, because you can put in the same amount of effort as somebody else, but that person might not be pushing themselves to reach that level of effort, and you might have to push yourself a lot to reach the same level of effort. Just different fitness levels. Not sure if I mentioned last time, but I have started running every day, which I was doing before I started jiu-jitsu. I was running a lot further then. I'm only running around the block at the moment because I'm trying to minimize the impact on my shins so I get some decent shoes. But man, running shoes are expensive. Went and had my running gaits tested. Went for a load of shoes, and would you believe it, the most expensive ones were the best. Unbelievable. God, they were comfortable. They felt so good. Some of the others were unwearable. I mean, you know, they weren't cheap. So, minimizing some shin splintage. I save up for some shoes. Some people think jiu-jitsu is expensive. I guess it is a bit. You pay for your gi, but gis last forever. I've gone for a couple of pairs of gi pants, but I've only really had one gi. I mean, I'm on my second gi, but that's because the first pair of pants exploded, and I figured I'd just get a new gi. Second time a pair of pants exploded, I think I maybe just replaced the pants. Not sure, I can't remember. They're certainly not supposed to explode, but they did. It's the beginning of the year, so there's a lot of new faces at jiu-jitsu, although there's often, you know, you get a couple of new white belts every month. A few new ones. And so at the beginning of the year, there's like 20, 30 new guys that you don't know. About 3 of them you'll see get to blue belt. It's usually the guys that don't burn themselves out too quickly. Guys that go every day, a month, well, not even every day, but a lot for a month. They don't usually last. Guys that go consistently, twice a week, 3 times a week, get their blue belt in 2 years. And they stick around, generally. We've got guys that will come train every day for a week, and you won't see them for 6 months. Just burn themselves out, I think. At least they come back. Most people don't. There's been a lot of people that I miss. I wish would come back. But I suppose I never got to know them well enough to know why they didn't come back. I'm going to try the mouse. It's fine, but that clicking is probably audible and annoying. But yeah, most gyms offer you like a training day. What? That's not what I'm trying to say at all. They'll do like first class for free. I nearly threw up on my first 2 classes. And at that point I was running 6 miles a day. Because it's like management of... It, for starters, it's a completely different kind of cardio. But it's like management of movement. It's just so different. It just feels like you're using a different set of lungs that you've never used before. Doesn't feel like that now. It's fine now. There's a new guy in last week. It's first class. I think he loved it. Do try and speak to people when they're new. Because I bet they're nervous. Like when I started, I was a little nervous, but there was like so many of my friends were there and doing it. I just got to train with them. I just trained with my friends for a few months. I couldn't imagine going into that situation just on your own. Terrifying. Oops. I would find it terrifying. I know it's not terrifying because I've been doing it for a long time and you have nothing to worry about. So don't let them put you off. And absolutely go on your own. To anything, not just jiu-jitsu. Everyone's so nice. All those endorphins about from the exercise and everyone's in a good mood generally. And just always, actually. Everyone's just always in a good mood. They're happy to see each other. They're happy to be in their favourite place. And for a lot of people, with their favourite people. When I quit drinking, I lost quite a lot of friends, but luckily I had quite a few people at jiu-jitsu. So I got to still keep a few, really. I get to see them, at the very least, at training. And, you know, friendships end. It happens. People change at different points of their life. But it was my time to change. And I'm glad I did it. And I would never go back. If anyone needs anyone to talk to about stopping alcohol or drugs, I am happy to have a conversation. And there are always amazing local services wherever you live. Or if you're not thinking about stopping, have fun and enjoy it, I suppose. I used alcohol as a way to be in social situations without having panic attacks. I also enjoyed being inebriated, but it got to the point where it was no longer worth it. It was no longer worth the time it took out of my month. I drank once in a month. I would spend half of that month too anxious to leave the house. from the hangover. And I have great hangover cures. But it doesn't matter. It affected training, it affected, you know, work, it affected everything. And I decided that I wanted more time. I think Illustrator's just crashed. Cool. Okay. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Only lost a few dots. Gonna have this snack. It's a vegan white chocolate and raspberry protein bar. Oh, fudgy. I think I've lost my ability to make small circles again. What the hell has just happened? Alright, it's gone to outline mode, and I don't know what that is, and I don't know how to stop it. Back to the snack. Control Y. That's never happened before. Wow, okay. Back to what I was doing. Trying to create small circles. What is going on? Okay, I'm gonna fix this. I will be right back. I think I fixed it. I'm not certain, but let's find out. I do apologize to anyone trying to quit smoking or vaping. I quit smoking, but quitting vaping has proved difficult. And I don't require it for right, sorry everyone. YouTube is telling me something was going on there, and now it seems to be fine. So hopefully it is fine for you. I think the internet just flubbed a little, which is fine. But it says it's working, so hopefully it's working. Okay. Yeah. I often think about if I could go back in time with like my memories, everything I have now. Go back in time. Not everything, I don't need anything, but just my mind. Hopefully not the addiction to nicotine. I always think like, would I be addicted to nicotine, or could I avoid that? And if I could avoid that, I would definitely never start. If I could go back and change one thing, it would be never to start smoking. So don't do it. Just don't do it. If you haven't smoked, don't smoke. If you've quit, don't start again. Don't just smoke when you drink, because so many people that I know that smoke started only when they were drinking. Only ever did it when they were drinking, and now they smoke all the time. When I was quitting, I quit several different times. I always felt so guilty when I'd smoke, when I'd give in and smoke, and oh, the taste. When you've quit for a month and you have a cigarette is so disgusting. But it also like gives you that thing you've been craving. Anyway, I'm not making this any easier for anyone trying to quit. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. And now, young people are probably starting on vapes. I don't know if it's even worse. It's certainly less. It's certainly better for your health. Cigarettes are definitely worse. But they've made it easier. Made it easier to get addicted to nicotine, as if it needed to be any easier. I had to smoke and vape for a couple of years. And I eventually quit. 2015, I quit smoking. And I haven't had one since. But the vape I wanted to quit in 2020. It didn't happen. Anyway, let's definitely change the subject. I need to get back into painting. Warhammer. So I'm going to do a painting stream once I've finished what we started last week, which was the piece confronting Shoggoth. Once that's finished, I'm going to start painting on stream. So give me a reason. Not sure on the quality. I think I might mention before, but I'll be using DSLR. Well, either I have a zoom, I'll either be using the zoom, which the colour isn't perfect on, or I'll be using a DSLR, which will only be 720. So I've got to wait to see what 720 looks like, really. I'll try out both ways and see whichever one looks better. That'll be the close cam. The webcam that I'm using is definitely no good for a close cam of painting. I don't understand why I haven't made an amazing webcam, why one doesn't exist. This is still like one of the top ranked webcams. I got it 10 years ago, 11 years ago. They have newer versions of it, but they're barely different. I've got the C920, there's a C922, and I think there's maybe a newer C920. Why haven't they made like DSLR quality webcams? It's madness. Everything else has improved so much and webcams haven't for some reason. Maybe it's because like bandwidth wasn't that good, like internet wasn't that good, but I mean even that, fiber's been around for ages. We just got it recently. It's the first time I've actually had fiber, but it's still been around for ages. We just live in a old town that isn't catching up very quickly. And I actually lived in the part of town called the Old Town. Definitely never got fiber. I don't know if it does now, but I doubt it. I assume like the new town with the businesses have it, but I mean loads of them have private servers anyway. So this is the first piece I've ever finished using just Illustrator. I did put it into Photoshop to test out colouring it in there, and I decided to bring it back. Also, once I did the colour in there, I decided to try and do just the texture in Photoshop. But then I really wanted to get texture working in Illustrator, and I managed it. It's like there's a couple of ways of doing it, and neither of them you have the same amount of control as you do in Photoshop. think I ended up making a noise file in Photoshop and importing it. I don't even know there's an add noise feature on Illustrator. There probably is. I've probably tried it and it was too big or something. I wanted fine grain maybe. So I have a gig at the end of February. And this poster is for that. It is a Deep Frog poster. It's a Deep Frog gig. It's a Deep Frog poster. So I made this with Deep Frog in mind. I've just been waiting for us to get a gig. We had that gig with Sweet Johnny and Witch Picnic, but I think I don't know, they would had the poster covered or something. I did offer, but Sweet Johnny would do that or something. I didn't even see a poster. If you want your band poster designed, and you don't know who to ask me. I will absolutely design your band poster. It is my job. And it's a dying art. Maybe not, I don't know. Some people keep it alive. There's lots of great bands that still utilize incredible artists, the incredible artists that make band posters. There are so many, well, not so many. There are enough incredible and notable ones. And bands do still utilize them. But not all bands. You know, art's expensive. It takes a long time to make these things. I get it. But do it anyway. And if anyone can find a copy, check out The Art of Modern Rock. The Art of Modern Rock. I think they do a smaller version of it now, but the one I've got is this big tome. Big hardback thing. I think they do a softback. I got that 25 odd years ago. 24, 25 years ago. Right, let's actually have a look at how I've done these elsewhere so I can sort of match the style. Right, I just did tiny dots. Okay, well, let's keep with that then. Make some bigger ones. If you're drawing along, drop me a message on Instagram or something. Or maybe like a follow and then a message, or comment on one of my posts. Just let me know that you've messaged me. This Instagram messaging is not great. It doesn't show you everything, or it doesn't show me everything. I'd love to see what you're drawing. And I'd like to meet other artists. Or just not artists. Drop me a message, say hello. Be nice to hear from someone who's watched the stream. Even if there is no one watching. Catch it on VOD. Give me a message. Let me know what you want to see, if you want to see anything specific. I'm open to doing anything. We could do a collaboration or something. Be up for that. I'm wanting to, I don't know, maybe collaborate with some poetry or something. Do some arts for a poem, or like maybe like single art, so do some art based on lyrics for a single. Or do some art together. Or maybe, I don't know, songwriting. If anyone needs any help with songwriting or is stuck writing a song, wants another pair of ears. I've got two, but one whole pair, so I can provide feedback if you want. Or maybe you just need a chord. There's a chord that doesn't quite go and you're looking for a chord. Or you need a groove. Can knock up some grooves on Superior Drummer 3. Chuck them over. Basically anything is what I'm saying. Let's do something. Make something. I'm super stoked on this new band. Really happy. Hoping the idea for everyone when we came into it was to create something regular, because that is what I'm missing. Gig a month. A songwriting session every 2 weeks. / rehearsal. It's not much to ask, but it's more than a lot of people are willing to give. For some unknown reason. I mean, everyone's busy. It's not their fault. My eyes have gone funny from looking at that pink for too long. Wow. Well, we're an hour in, so let's say have a wee break and come back in 5 minutes. So, see you in 5 minutes. Bye. Hello. Yeah. Cool. So that didn't really add much, did it? An hour for not really adding much. Let's get some words on there, and I think really it's done. I mean, I wouldn't mind maybe adding some white to these crystals. Let's have a look at doing that. So we do have a highlight. Whoa, a bit small. Do have a highlight layer, and I gave him some nice highlights. He looks fabulous. Yeah, don't know. Oh, I see. Well, not that then. Must be on this layer. Hard to tell. Ah. Let's see if I can grab these. I can. Which means... I think the highlight is that colour, isn't it? Alright, well that's changed that. We didn't want to do that. How do you do this? How do I make it just affect that bit? I've forgotten. Well, let's have a look. See if it's even what I want to do. Not sure. Where's my pen gone? Yes, I think that is what I want to do. I think I had to like do it on the highlight layer and then cut it out or something. Really annoying. Which I can do. I'm just gonna check the internet. See if there's a way to do it without that. Like brush tool only affect highlighted, selected, I suppose it isn't selected shape. God, I don't know. Apply brush to selection to selected shape. No, can't. This isn't the time to be learning. So we'll do it on our highlights layer. And then cut it out later. That's fine. Why? I see. Not sure how wonky I want to make this. Might go for quite a clean. Like, bloop, bloop. Maybe. Or just like corners. I wouldn't even need to do it then. I'm doing it precisely and then go well over. Cool. I'm doing it like that. I have amazingly lost the ability. Please. To shrink the brush again. I don't understand why this keeps resetting. Let's grab you. You don't need to exist. Okay. It's like something about grabbing a small dot. Grab a small dot, press brush. Press enter? No, that's definitely not right. What happens if I change it on here? Nothing. I don't know why this does this. It's so confusing. It's like now it's gone to there. Alright, okay, whatever. I don't know, because that's not going to help either. Someone knows why this is happening. Please tell me. Just tell me how to unmake it happen. Right, that's on 0.1. Which means I have the right brush. Is it gonna last? Is it gonna last me changing colour and going back to the brush? No. How confusing. I don't know how I got it there in the first place if I can't even get it there. Silly lightning. I mean magic electricity. I mean, what do I do? Can you merge layers in this? How messy. Orbs of light. What happens if I do brush on here now? Why wasn't it going over that before? Now I've changed something else. before the black lines were on my side. You know what? I don't need to do this. Don't need to do it. I'm calling you finished. You hear me? I'm the boss of you, poster. Alright, so what bands we got? We got Deep Frog. We got Blind in one ear. We've got no quirks. Oh, something horrible has happened. Okay. Maybe you're all gonna have to go below each other then. No quirks. Girth. Excellent. And Ben Mayer. Ben Mayer. Oh, Mayer looks awful in that font. Oh well. Let's see what glyphs we've got, because I really would like... Why are you in Myriad? We're apparently doing this in intro. So just show me intro, please. Intro glyphs, okay. So I would like to put them on one line, but need something dividing them, really. Could change the colour of them. That's an option. What about intros? At symbol. I love and hate it. Well, that's ridiculous. Not many options. Don't like how high that is. Could just do like this, but even that doesn't look great. That's just a T. I don't know what you are, I'm sorry. This is Cyrillic. I've only just got my head around hiragana and katakana. And I'm still getting my head around kanji. Okay, these options are all weird. So let's try different colours. I suppose blind are like the main support. Did I write no quirks? Oh, it is no quirks. For some reason I thought it was no quirk for a second. I think I was thinking of quark. I think this made me think of quark for some reason. Alright. What colour do you want to be? Do you want to be like blue. I don't hate it. Probably should use one of the colours from this, shouldn't I? What's this guy? Let's try you. I'm working on this layer, aren't I? What's a different text layer? Okay, that's way too dark, obviously. So maybe this blue. Can I just do this? No, because that's gonna... Right, where are you, eyedropper? There you are. Invisible, okay. Just gonna take the texture off to get a better look at this. Because there must be a way to do this. Yeah, I mean, that's probably fine, isn't it? It's fine. Ah. Oh, right. We don't have a hyphen in this font either, okay. Do we at least have a full stop? I don't even know where this gig is. That's terrible. I think it's at the Pig. And I think it's at 7:30. Do we have... Oh no, I know we have those. How do we feel about this poster? It's completely different to what I usually do, so it's hard for me to tell. I think I like it. Pretty sure I like it how it is. Let's do this. I'm going with it. I think I could make the like details a different color, but I don't know that it matters. I think it's probably fine. Okay. All right. Just while I... Oh, I suppose I won't do that. I think we're coming to an end. We'll just double check that it is... at the Pig. Oh dear. Yeah, so on this gig we've got me playing in this band. Josh, who is also in this band, is playing in No Quirks, Girth, and Ben Mayer. The drummer for Ben Mayer is also playing drums for Girth, and the drummer for No Quirks is also playing drums for Blind in One Ear, so it has to be in this order. So, because the drummer for Ben Mayer and Girth is left-handed, so he has to set up his kit left-handed, play 2 sets. Then Bruce has to set up reset up the kit right-handed to play No Quirks and Blind in one ear, and then I can just play. I think that's what's happening. I think that's the plan. And really short on musicians, heavy on bands that night. I think, what is that, 10 musicians? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And maybe there's a 10th in there. 9 or 10 musicians between 1, 2, 3, 5 bands. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I don't know whether to try and work out how to do some highlights or not. I mean, it was sort of going fine, and then it went weird. Oh, that's... No, that is... I don't know. I don't know anymore. Right. I'm sure that wasn't being affected by that before. I think maybe it's because it's something to do with this. No, I don't think that's it. Alright, I think I might be losing it. So, let's call it there. Call this poster finished. And I'll see you again next week. For more Confronting Shoggoth. I would like to get quite a lot of the line art finished. I may do some before then, I'm not sure. Probably not though. Don't think I'll have time. Even if I did, I'd rather do it here. I want to do it start to finish here. Yeah. So, see you next week. Bye.